Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have the United States Walking Liberty half dollar from 1945. And as you can see, this is a very worn coin. It's not a high coin in terms of its grading. It's probably good, but even in the good state from 1945, this is probably worth $10 US or more. It is a silver coin, 90% silver. Across the top, we see it says Liberty, Liberty. Over here behind her leg, we see it says In God We Trust. And this is called the Walking Liberty because she's up, she's walking, she has a arm full of plants. Over here we see the flag unfurling behind her, and we can see many of the stars here. So that's the U.S. flag um, unfurling behind her in the wind. We see the sun coming up down here. This coin was first minted in 1916, and it was minted until 1947. If you get a different variety, you can see more shape to her, you can see more stars, you can see all the lines in her dress, and you can see that she's wearing kind of a little bit of a fancy shoe down here. But on these coins, we really can't see that. In silver value alone, this coin is worth about $6+. Um, but in collector value, as I said, it's worth probably $10 or so, even in this condition. If we tip it up on its side, we see that it has a reeded edge, and there's no copper in there. That's all silver that you can see. This is actually a 90% silver, 10% copper coin. On the back, we see the kind of fabulous uh, Adolf Weissman engraving of the eagle, and Adolf Alexander Weissman did both the front and the back of this coin. It says United States of America at the top, and notice how he puts the dot here, dot here, dot here, dot here. And he also has the small O, and that comes on a couple of these coins. It also comes on the Franklin half, which he did not design, but it was carried over to the Franklin half. Over here it says E pluribus unum. You can see the eagle on its perch here. And if we, down at the bottom, it says half dollar. And way down in here, we see his initials, Adolf Alexander Weissman, or AW down here. So that's the engraver's initials. On the other side, we can see there's a D, and that means that this was minted at the Denver Mint. In 1945, we were just finishing, we had there was the victory in Europe. World War II was over in Europe, and we were just finishing up the war with Japan. And in 1945, at the Denver Mint, they minted 10 million of these, so not a huge number. And at the Philadelphia Mint, they minted 31.5 million. So at these Denver Mint ones can go in very good condition and up $12 to $15 in some cases, just because they didn't mint quite as many of them. I should say they also minted at the San Francisco Mint in 1945 regular issues, not just proof issues. So the San Francisco Mint minted 10,200,000 of these, about 200,000 more than the Denver Mint. When we look at this coin to see what condition it's in, we look for details in the wings, details in the eagle's head. As I said, details in the skirt here and the stars here. And we can see that this is a very worn coin. It actually has a little bit of a chip out of it. So not probably good, but not much better than that. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Oh, I should say, we have done a video on the Franklin half, which came afterwards. And the Franklin half came out in 1948, just a couple of years later. This one was minted until 47, the Liberty. And this is what the Franklin half looked like. So quite a different thing with a person on it rather than a figure. and a Liberty Bell on the back with a small eagle rather than the large eagle here. That's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Have a great day, and feel free to leave any comments you have in the comments section.